Ladies and gentlemen, a Nintendo Direct just dropped literally about an hour or so ago, probably the time of this video, maybe longer. And we're going to talk about all the announcements that happened. Let's go! First things first, the Direct started with Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4. Finally, you remember the teaser we got that only showed like the weird camera angle and Miyamoto's shirt? Now we have a lot more details. We have new characters, new Pikmin, and this weird, cute, adorable puppy Pikmin. That's a thing as well. I love it. It's adorable. It's one of my favorite things. It's going to be one of my favorite parts about the game. And we got a solid release date for Pikmin 4, July 21st. After that, we got Xenoblade Chronicles 3's next DLC, which features a new hero called Masha. That's set to come out on February 15th, along with a teaser for the big, huge DLC, which saw Shulk and possibly Alvis, and spoilers, and oh, I want to talk about it, but spoilers. We got Samba de Amigo Party Central, a party rhythm game coming out during the summer. A game called Fashion Dreamer was announced, which was a weird fashion game that looks like it's a successor to something on the DS. Looks cute. We got Dead Cells Return to Castlevania, which comes out on March 6th. It looks really cool. We saw a peek of this at the Game Awards, but it's nice. It's got a release date on the Switch now. A demo for a Tron visual novel called Tron Identity that comes out in April. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I've heard about this game. It's like this cool puzzle game that was from the DS. Never thought would get a port in a million years. Is getting a port, and I'm excited to play it. The art design looks cool, the gameplay looks funny, and the humor of this game seems absolutely absurd and totally my angle. And that comes out this summer. I'm gonna get that day one. Day one. There was this Deca Police type of game, which is like this weird open world police game. I don't know anything about it. It just kind of showed this story trailer that I don't really know anything about it, but I don't really know anything about it, but it comes out on 2023 and is made by Level 5 Studios, so that's cool. Bayonetta Origins, we get a more in-depth trailer involving the story and the gameplay mechanics and how the game works, and that's set to come out in March. Splatoon 3 DLC. We get Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 is basically a rendering of Inkopolis. You're able to go back to Inkopolis from the first game and interact with the Squid Sisters. It's interesting because there's no exclusive items whether you go to either shop. It seems more like a cosmetic feature by the looks of it. You do see the Squid Sisters, you are able to go to Inkopolis, and you are able to see Callie and Marie perform in Splatfest, which to a diehard Splatoon fan who's grown up with the original game is pretty cool. They also announced the Part 2, which is Side Order, which seems like something closer to Octo Expansion, something that a lot of people were looking forward to. I'm excited about it. We're getting the first wave of content this spring. Disney's Illusion Island. This seems like a fun platform with great animation of the newer Disney cartoons. I don't know. It looks fun and exciting. Fire Emblem Engage is getting some more DLC with a bunch of characters with Hector, Soren, Camilla in Wave 2, and Chrom, Robin, and Veronica in Wave 3. Wave 4 is going to be a story called Fel Xenologue. To me, it sounded like a crossover between Fire Emblem and Xenoblade. I don't think that's the case. I think just the name is a coincidence, but a crossover between Fire Emblem and Xenoblade would be a hell of a crossover. Harmony looks like this interesting choose-your-own-adventure visual novel, basically where you pick a god you want to support, and the whole story changes in this post-apocalyptic world. I love the art style mostly. It looks really cool. We get a reminder about Octopath 2 coming out with the demo being released later today. We Love Katamari Reroll, the sequel to Katamari Damacy, is getting released on June 2nd. And with Katamari Damacy having a free trial for Nintendo Switch Online members, Sea of Stars, which looks absolutely visually gorgeous, going to be released on August 26th, and a demo out today if you want to try it. Omega Strikers, which is a free-to-play online mobile game. I don't really care about that. Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection, a collection that contains all 3 of the games, comes out on June 1st and looks really cool. I missed out on these games, but they look a lot of fun as you literally create your path while you're playing. It sounds like a lot of fun, and I honestly can't wait to play it. Advance Wars! Finally, Advanced Wars! I was honestly worried about this game. I wanted it to see the light of day. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp is a remake of the original Advance Wars that I never got a chance to play, but now I can finally do so. For fans of Fire Emblem, it scratches the same itch with different tactical battle strategies, only instead of Medieval Knights, it's more like tanks and stuff. It was delayed because of a lot of things going on in history that I don't want to talk about. I'm so happy it's finally going to be on the Switch. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe gets a special new mode with Magolor Epilogue, an epilogue starring the character Magolor. I know, kind of redundant. Basically, it's just some new modes featuring Magolor instead of Kirby. It seems like some extra added content, which for a game like Kirby's Dream Land Deluxe is always nice to have. Also, the demo for Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe is out today too. We get some updated Nintendo Switch Online news with, finally, Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games coming to the Nintendo Switch. With the Game Boy featuring titles like Tetris, Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Gargoyle Quest, Metroid 2, Revenge of Samus, Wario Land 3, and Kirby's Dream Land. And my personal favorite Game Boy Advance games featuring Super Mario Bros. 3, WarioWare Inc., Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, and The Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap, with more Game Boy Advance games coming to the Switch Online. I'm really hyped for this one because while it's a long shot, Mother 3 was on the Game Boy Advance. I would love Mother 3! Metroid Prime gets a remaster! Holy crap! We got Metroid Prime, just not the one we thought we were gonna get. A full remaster of the first Prime game on the Nintendo Switch with enhanced graphics and now supports HD visuals. It's just, oh, it's beautiful. And you can play it right now. You can get the digital version right now on Switch and the physical version later in a couple of weeks on February 22nd. Remember that Master Detective game that was mentioned in a direct a few months ago? They talked about it, and that still looks interesting. Again, not my type of game, but I still think it's still worth pointing out. Master Detective Archives Rain Code launches on June 30th. Baten Kaitos, Eternal Wings, and the Lost Ocean, and Baten Kaitos Origins are getting remastered on the Nintendo Switch, and are set to come out this summer. I'm really excited for this one, because this is what Monolith Soft, the creators of Xenoblade Chronicles, were working on before Xenoblade Chronicles. And I'm super excited to try this one out. I'm not really into card games, but it just looks really cool and looks like something I can get really into. I cannot wait to try it. Fantasy Life finally gets another game with Fantasy Life, The Girl Who Steals Time. The title makes me laugh for some reason. And is set to come out later this year. They announced a Professor Layton game called Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. I've never played a Layton game, but I was hyped to finally see this on the Switch. Oh my god. People have been wanting a Layton game for quite a while, and it's gonna be good. They only just dropped a little teaser, literally like less than like 30 seconds. I'm excited for it though. Let's just hope it doesn't end up like the last game that only featured a teaser. Wave 4 of Mario Kart announced a track that features Yoshi Island and a playable character of Birdo. I didn't even know Mario Kart was doing playable characters anymore, but it's really nice to see Birdo finally back in the game. And also, that opens the door for more characters in the future. Oh, I'm excited! And finally, the one you've been waiting for, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom featured a whole new trailer that's story-focused. You see a lot of new things like these weird flying enemies, how the levels work. You see Link controlling these contraptions of vehicles, both on land and in the sky. You just see a lot of cool stuff, and I'm really, really excited for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's gonna be big, it's gonna be good, and it's also gonna be $70. Yep, a Nintendo Switch game finally costs $70. I was worried it would happen ever since PlayStation did it, but if there's any title that's gonna be like that, it's Legend of Zelda. So overall, my thoughts on the Direct. It was a lot of ports. It really, really was. But at the same time, it was a lot of stuff I really liked. A lot of Nintendo fans have been wanting their old games to come to newer consoles, whether it be a port or remaster or something else. And finally, that's happening. We're getting a lot of that, whether it be through Switch Online or remasters. We are getting some new games mixed in, of course, like Pikmin 4 and Tears of the Kingdom, but it's nice seeing some of these older games get some love too and be played portably. I'm really excited for this Direct, as even though the Switch is kind of getting a little less technically impressive, I still think there's a lot this year has to offer, especially in like June, July, summertime. Lots of stuff. And even though I think a new console is going to be on the way sometime in the next couple years, maybe even 2024, I think the Switch has a lot more on its life that it can do. The Switch is one of my favorite consoles, and more people are going to buy it with all these ports. So in short, I like this Direct. It was pretty meaty and had something for everyone. What did you think about the Direct? If you liked it, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button and stay tuned for more videos. Now, I'm gonna play Tetris.